What's up, beautiful people? I'm back again. Today is about Lengane. Today is about Isencane Lengane. Siyacela convince Thando to tell Badramka that they are all fine. They are fine after the argument, after the disagreement for yesterday. They are good. For my subscriber, thank you very much for your support. And for those who are watching and those who are new, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, comment below, and hit the bell for notification wherever I release a new video. You're the first one to know. Let's get into it. Siyacela convincing Thando to tell Badramka that they are all good. Siyacela drove all the way from home to Thando's school. He waited. He said that he waited for almost 2 hours. He waited for 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, because Thando was busy with exams, so after 2 hours, he seen Thando coming with a friend. They get in the car, and they drove off with the friends of Thando, and then they dropped them off from near their home. And after they drop them off, they drive off to home. They drive to home, and then they get some place. They get a place, and then they just Siyacela suddenly stop the car. And then when he stopped the car, he started to ask Thando, do you love me? Or do you care about me? Do you forgive me about yesterday? Those things like that. And they make up with the kiss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they make up with the kiss, and Thando tell him that I love you, Siyacela, no matter what. And they make up with the kids. So, and then Siyacela start to tell Thando, no, Thando, I want to ask you something. Please. Thando say, okay, you can ask me. Siyacela asked Thando to go to tell Badramka that, please, you must go to tell Badlamka that we are fine and we are not fighting anymore, and you forgive me, and we are all good. And he tell Thando that, and when you go to say, like, to tell Badramka that to apologize, you must say it in your best way. Like he tell Thando that she must say to Badramka the best way she can tell Badramka. So Thando say, no problem, I'm gonna go to say. Okay, they finished that thing. The deal was done, and then they drove off home. When they get home, she go and change, and then she go to Badramka's house. She get there. She sit, and she excuse herself. She first excused herself. She said that, no, Baba, I wanted to come in the morning, but I was late to go to school. I wanted to come to see you in the morning, but I was late to go to school, so I could not cut. But I decided I must come after school. So she start to, okay, Badramka say, I understand. And then she start to explain. She started to explain. She said, no, me and Siyacela, we discuss everything. There is agreement that we are fine and everything is good. As she was explaining to Badramka, Siyacela getting, and then he sit down, and they start to discuss those things. So Badramka start to tell Siyacela, are you sure things are right? Because yesterday the argument and the disagreement for you and Thando, from the time you come from Durban, you are all not all good, and I was not fine. So I'm glad. He said that. So I'm glad that you come to conclusion that you are fine and everything is good, and you apologize to each other, and the agreement was arranged that everything will be fine, and you are all fine. That's what I wanted as you and Thando. I want you to be together. I want you to love each other and stuff like that. So Badramka thanks Thando, and thanks Siyacela. But Badramka tell Siyacela, do you really force Thando to tell me this, or do you talk about it? Siyacela start to say, no, we talk about it, and then Thando tell me that she's fine and everything is fine, so nothing to worry about Baba. So they conclude that everything was fine with Badramka, and Badramka was happy about it. But there is something Badramka, there was something Badramka want to tell Thando in front of Siyacela. Badramka want to tell something, there is something, a secret he wanted to tell Thando in front of Siyacela, but every time you want to touch that thing, Siyacela come, Siyacela is very manipulative. Siyacela come and say, Siyacela always interfere with the father and say, dad, we didn't come to talk about other things. We come just to talk about that we are fine and we apologize to each other and everything is fine. Siyacela can manipulate even his dad, and he don't even respect his dad. It's always ahead of every conversation. If you don't want to talk about it, he always cuts twist things so that conversation can't be talked about. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what he did. He manipulated his dad. He manipulated dad until dad lose hope. Like he really wanted to tell. I think he wanted to tell Thando that the girlfriend for Siyacela, the girlfriend for Siyacela is pregnant. But Siyacela started to, he was just twisting, telling the father, no, I don't want to talk about other things. We just come to apologize, finish and cry. And so he was just controlling the father discussion with within Thando. So it ended up like that. But Badramka didn't have that time or have that conversation to tell that thing. I mean, to open up to Thando, or to tell Thando what is going on after when what was going on when Siyacela was in Durban. So it just ended up like that, and the meeting was over. You understand what I'm saying? And Badramka, anyway, he was fine, but he really wanted to say something else, but he didn't have that time to talk about, like, Siyacela manipulated him until he just stopped that conversation, and it just go like that. That's what the meeting was, and it's finished. That's what I got for you today. See you next video. Sharp.